But if there's an A strain, an H3N2 that comes later in the season, you're not protected for that. So just having flu early in the season doesn't protect you from a different strain later in the season.
So it's February. Is today February 1st-ish?
It is. It is.
February 1st. Should I get the flu shot, or is it too late for me for this year?
You know, it kind of depends. And if you would talk to the CDC folks, they'd really kind of say you've got, another 1 to 2 months potentially to get it. We have a sense of it's come through our community. But interestingly enough, the vast majority of flu vaccine that's given in the United States is given by Thanksgiving. But over the last 35 years, February has had more flu activity than any other individual month. So February is a month that is ripe for flu vaccine. Now, if you were to get it Monday, you were going to get it tomorrow. It's about 2 weeks before it kicks in. So you'll be to Valentine's
Day. About to ask
Day.
that.
But
2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, but maybe you don't want to lose your Valentine's Day plans, right?
No, and I actually have good plans for Valentine's.
There you go.
I bought a dinner at our church auction.
There you go. So you don't want to give up.
Fun.
Flu vaccine can keep sweet kisses in your life. So that's always a good thing.
Now, a good friend of mine, I was telling her, I was like, oh, you need to tune in. And she was like, well, I had the flu in November, so I don't need the flu shot. And I was like, okay, well, that's the question I want to ask. What if you already had the flu late fall? Do you get the flu shot?
But the flu season can have several different strains on it. And often you might get a B strain early in the season. And if you got a B strain, you're protected against that B strain. But if there's an A strain, an H3N2 that comes later in the season, you're not protected for that. So just having flu early in the season doesn't protect you from a different strain later in the season. That's why there's 3 strains in the flu vaccine to kind of have some approximation of the breadth of things that we're going to encounter through that 5-6 month period.
So there are 3 strains this year, right? Mm-hmm. How come some years, I think there were 4 strains 2 years ago, right?
Yeah. So historically, we had 3 strains in the flu. There were 2 A's, an H3N2, an H1N1, and H1N1 is what caused the pandemic in 1918, 1919, and then a B strain. Right. And over the last 35 years, it's been one of 2 B strains. It's been Victoria or Yamagata. And about 10 years ago, they said, you know what? Let's put both Bs in, because they were guessing wrong about 50% of the time.
Right.
And B strains kind of impact our kids more. About 2/3 of the deaths in the country in children are from B strains. So they put both Bs in it. And so then it was a 4 strain. It was a quadrivalent vaccine. And one of the things that happened during COVID, one of the strains, Yamagata, disappeared as we all stayed away from each other and wore masks and did all that for a year. That particular B strain disappeared. So the vaccine manufacturers and the people who recommend to the vaccine manufacturers says, doesn't make sense to put a strain in the vaccine that's disappeared. So we're back to a trivalent vaccine. So you're not getting cheated if you're getting a 3 strain and you said, I used to get a 4 strain. It's just, and this all changes. And I think that's one of the things is we have to be nimble in medicine, and we have to kind of react to what's going on.